Hello everybody, welcome back. I will tell you this recipe, me and Mitch had this for weeks and weeks. Every day we'd be like, what's for dinner? And he'd be like, oh, fried chicken bao. And I'd be like, okay, like say no more, you know what I mean? So this is fried chicken bao. It is so delicious. You can actually use the chicken in like a burger or you can use it in a wrap or whatever. Chicken's the basis of this recipe. The baos are just like a little bit of extra fun. But here it is. Let's get into it because it's almost lunchtime here and we are all hungry and I cannot wait to smash like at least 6 of these. So let's get cracking. So here we go. We're gonna do the chicken first. Very easy, super, super simple. We've got chicken breast. We're just gonna slice it into little pieces. So you can imagine how big the bao buns are. We wanna slice it into like little 3 centimeter slices. So we're just gonna go across the breast like that, kind of like that. I know it's small, but I like it like that. I prefer it like that. So we're gonna throw that straight into a bowl. You can do big slices. If you are doing a burger, you can do like a schnitzel sort of vibe, but whatever you kind of like. Again, that is pretty perfect. So we're gonna cover this thing with buttermilk. And the thing is with buttermilk, it can't really sit in the buttermilk for any more than like 12 to 14 hours. I wouldn't put it any longer than that just because it starts to get a bit weird and it doesn't tenderize it as much as you think it will. So if you are doing this, do it for in the morning, maybe that you're gonna have it at dinner. So I've got about 3, I'd call it 3 chicken breasts here. And I've got 1.5 cups of plain flour. So roughly they're my starter measurements. But again, you can add more chicken if you're having a lot of people over, you can add less chicken, completely up to you. I'm gonna take this away, wash my hands, and then we're gonna get started with the rest. So here we go. Buttermilk, you want as much as will cover your chicken. So if you're gonna do a big lot, if you've got lots of people coming over, you want a lot, you probably need 2 of these. So this is a 600 ml. We'll probably use half of this. We're gonna cover it with buttermilk. Now, originally when I did create this recipe, I used an egg in here. And then the second and third time I made it, I forgot the egg and it made no difference. So don't worry about the egg. But if you wanna add it in for extra, like a bit of extra protein, you totally do that. With this, we're covered, completely covered, but we're not gonna leave it there because that is boring. Do you know what I mean? That looks gross. So we're gonna add a little bit of flavor to it. So we want some sriracha, hot chili sauce, any sort of chili sauce that you've got, use that, chili oil even, whatever. Chuck it in. Oh, is this a freshie? It's a newbie. How good's that? All right, let's just, don't do this at home, kids, because it'll go straight in your mouth. Surprised I didn't get any of that in my mouth just then. Okay, now open your freshie sriracha and I'm just gonna chuck however much in. You kind of want to just drizzle over the top. The more you put in, the spicier it will be, but it looks more exciting. And then, because I have problems, I would like to put garlic powder in there as well. Just as a little thing, you know, a little wink to my inner self because I need to put garlic in everything for me to be comfortable with it. Anyway, this looks way better. How much more exciting does that look? So I would leave this for probably like an hour before dinner, before making it. We don't have that sort of time today. So we're gonna leave it for 5 minutes while we make the flour and then we're gonna cook it and eat. Because I tell you what, if you see the people staring at me in the room, they're like, can you hurry up and stop talking? So anyway, here we go with the flour. That is all done. That just stays as is. Now we've got our flour. So like I said before, 1.5 cups of flour. We want to add in some spices. And I say this every time. Mitch is like, this is the best one you've made. And he's like, what do you do differently? I'm like, do you think I know? Because I was like I call myself like a fairy. Like I'm like, tinkle around things. And I just put things in things and then I forget what I've actually done. But we're going to measure it today. So we actually know properly what we've done. 1.5 cups of plain flour is what we're starting with. And then we've got a bunch of spices. So let's go in with, I'm going to do, so that we're starting off with a teaspoon. That's going to be our measurements from here. So I would do 2 heaped teaspoons, and I'm talking heaped teaspoons of oregano, dried oregano. Tick off that one. We're going to do garlic powder, obviously. We're going to do 2 teaspoons of that. Someone said to me, if it ain't seasoned, if you're not sneezing, it ain't seasoned or something. And that made me laugh. So every time I think of doing this, that's what I think about and I just laugh. Now we've got ground ginger. You just do half a teaspoon of that. That's quite strong. So half a teaspoon of ground ginger. Then we have cayenne pepper for a little bit of extra spice. If you don't like chili, don't add this in at all. If you don't like heat, don't add it in. We'll use half a teaspoon as well. So obviously I'm just half a teaspoon of that, measuring this from the heart, from the soul. That goes in. We add paprika. I add this in for a lot of color. Also, I've added in turmeric before, but we are on a white bench today and I cannot be bothered getting the gumption out and getting the turmeric out of the bench. So 2 teaspoons of paprika. Go, chuck that in. We've got onion powder. Same again. I'll probably do 2 teaspoons of this. Well, that was a bit of a heaped teaspoon. That was not really regulatory of onion powder. There we go. Onion powder. And my favorite little spice, Chinese 5 spice. It's so good. It tastes like it's got cinnamon, cloves, star anise, fennel, rice flour, pepper. It just has like one of those flavors that you're just like, what is that? And it just tastes so good. I love star anise. It tastes like licorice and I'm obsessed with it. So we're going to use 2 teaspoons of this. 2 teaspoons. Squish that down. About 2 teaspoons. And then we're going to use some salt. And when I say some salt, you know what I'm saying when I say that. We actually need pepper as well, which I'm going to get now quickly. So we've got, I'll use a teaspoon of pepper, ground black pepper, teaspoon of that. And then 2 teaspoons, as I'm doing this, like 2 teaspoons. Let's just do like 1 heaped teaspoon and 1 regular teaspoon. So 1.5, maybe more. Anyways, that is the base of our flour. So we are good to go. So don't forget, we also have this being a little bit spicy, chili in there. We want our flour to look how good that looks. Like that looks flavorsome, you know what I'm saying? And now all we do from here is we coat the chicken and you can double coat it. I'm only gonna do it once. You can double coat it for like extra crispiness. That's definitely what KFC and all those chicken places do. But we're just gonna do it once over. So we're gonna go from here. Oh, this spoon says Anna on it. That's very cute. That's my little niece. This is her spoon. It probably shouldn't be, if she knew that I was playing with chicken with her spoon, whoo, she would be mad with me. So anyway, we're gonna do chicken straight into the flour. We're gonna press it into the flour and then once that's done, we're gonna pop it on the board and then we'll fry it in a bit. So we're gonna make the salad and all that kind of stuff, but let's just do this now. So piece by piece, this bit's a little bit tedious because they're such small pieces. So if you are making like burgers, so much easier to make them in like a fillet and then you just quickly do 1 or 2. It's so easy. So chuck it in. A little bit of flour over the top and then press it in to make sure it really, really, really gets coated. Chuck in, that's perfect. So check out that. That is our battered chicken and that's all it is. Throw that on there and we repeat and repeat and repeat until all of this is coated. Check that out. They're all floured and done. So we're gonna put them to the side now. We're gonna make a sort of like a really, really easy red cabbage coleslaw to go on top of it. And then we're gonna fry these up. Steam our buns, steam our bows, and then we're ready to go and eat. And I'm very excited about that. So let's chuck this to the side. We'll just leave them for 1 second. Alrighty, got a half a red cabbage. I'm just gonna half it again. So I'm just gonna use a quarter today because a little goes a long way with these because the bows are only this big. You only need like a little coleslaw to go on the top. So we're just gonna slice this super thin, just in little slitches. Mitch says slitches all the time and I don't like, what the hell does that mean? Slices. It's always in my brain. So slice this up. You want to go as sort of like thin as you can, but if your arm hurts like mine, just do whatever you can do. All right, chuck that to the side. So in a bowl, we're just going to add this in here. So throw that all in, separate it. And that's quite a lot of salad just for that little quarter of a cabbage that we had. Then we're going to slice up some spring onion and then throw that straight in there. And that's it. You could add some shredded carrot, but we're just going plain Jane today. So here we go. Get off my finger. Cabbage is messy. It's always so messy. All right. So slice this up into little rounds. And then we're going to go throw that straight into that salad. Just gives it some green. So it makes me like feel like it's a complete salad. And we're going to dress it now because we're right about ready to fry. So throw all these straight into that bowl. And then with the dressing, really, really simple, but I do this with a lot of my coleslaws. A little bit of olive oil. So we're just going to drizzle on top. Probably like 2 tablespoons. And then a bit of salt, a little pinch of it, like that. And then we want just some regular white vinegar straight over the top. So it's a really light salad. You can use this dressing on like a regular normal salad, like a tomato-based salad, super easy. And then mix that. And that is the salad that's going to go on top. So it's really, it's light because that is so flavoursome. You don't want something that's really heavy. You can do like a mayo sort of coleslaw, but let's just keep it groovy for today. So that's all that is. We're going to leave that, put that to the side. And now I need to show you the baos that we use. So my cousin makes her own and I cannot be bothered doing that. She's really good at it, but I just feel like it's an extra step that you just don't have to do. I found these, they're not sponsored. It's called Wonder Bao, plain baos. I bought them at Tony and Mark's in Adelaide where I am. They are the best ones I've found. They come frozen, you steam them, which you're gonna see my makeshift steamer in a second because I don't have one, but you steam them, they're so easy and they're really, they puff up really well and they're really soft. They're the best ones that I have found personally. So we're gonna steam these, fry our chicken and then chuck it all together. What? That's terrible. I just noticed it says 18 pack and there's 8 in here. That is outrageous. Surely it says there's 8. Servings per pack, 18. Where's my 10 baos? I every single time I buy this, and I literally was at the shop the other day, Antonio Mark saw my auntie. My auntie was asking me about this because it's her daughter that makes the baos. And then she was like, I was like, dude, why would we make them ourselves? Let's just buy them. And she was like, yeah, I get it. And I was like, and there's so many in the packet for how much I'm mad. Because how many people are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we're gonna have one bao each. That's outrageous. Anyway, see, there's even room. Okay, I'm had enough. Let's go over here. Okay, so this is my makeshift steamer basket because I don't have one. So here we go. We've got a pot with a little bit of water, just like a couple inches of water. And then a sieve. You can use like a pizza tray, the one with the holes. I've done that before. So we're gonna put that on the top. And then you can see the steam's coming through. Perfect. Put the baos on there. These take 8 minutes. So I'm just gonna put them apart and we only have 8 of them. So really there's no real room that's gonna just touch each other. So put them apart and then we're gonna put a silver bowl that every Greek mum has in their household. We're gonna put that over the top and that's just gonna steam. That's my makeshift and it works every single time. So now that we're done with that, we're gonna leave them for 8 minutes. Let's fry our chicken. Now over here, I've just got a little bit of a neutral oil, like a canola oil. This is my trick. So this is a wooden chopstick. You can use like a wooden spoon or whatever. To test if your oil is ready, you can put the end bit of the chopstick in there and if it bubbles, it means it's hot enough to fry. So we can put it in the middle. And as you can see, there's a little bubble. It's probably not as hot as I'd like it. There you go. So all you do is chuck each little piece. And because they're such small, thin pieces, they don't need to fry for that long, but we're just gonna pop them in. And it's probably a couple minutes, maybe like 3-4 minutes, because they're deep fried really, so you don't need to flick them over. When they're nice and golden brown, they're done. And then we can eat our 8 baos. Oh, I was really planning on having like 6, but anyways. Sort of chuck as many in as you can kind of fit in your own pan, and then we can do like the second round after that. Check out that, we are ready. Very quick here. Ooh. And because we're using chicken breast, we don't want to leave it in for too long because you want it to still stay juicy. Thigh will be like a lot more juicier. But again, it's me we're talking about. It's my chicken fear. Ugh. All right, so the baos are done. The way I look at this is like always just sit there and touch it. And it's like if it's really fluffy and it pushes back at you, that is ready to go. So if you just open it up, that's pillowy and delicious. So we're gonna take this off, turn everything off. I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna build our baos. My favorite part, so now these pillowy baos are nice and warm, we're gonna open them up, add a little piece of chicken in, so you can add as much as you like, but like, do you know what I mean? That's like, you can't get any better than that. So, but should we add 2 or is that just too much? 2 is too much. So we're gonna add 1. And then we've got so much chicken compared to but then anyways, a little bit of salad. Actually, no. First, before that, you want to sauce it. Now, the sauce I use is Kewpie mayo. So this one is the regular Kewpie mayo. This is a freshie as well. This is the second time this has happened in this video that I just have new things. Look at all me like, okay, again, don't do this at home. Can I do it with my teeth? Nope, it's not going to work. Someone without nails will need to help me with this. Oh, nope, got it. See, my trusty teeth. Okay, so regular Kewpie, we want to put a little drizzle on. So go like that. That's regular Kewpie. And now we want spicy Kewpie on top. That's the second little secret of this. spicy coopy. Squish it together, and then on the other side, you want to put the coleslaw. So we're going to add a little in there. And like I said, like a little goes a long way, but check that out. Is that not the most delicious thing that you've ever seen? Because that is the most delicious thing I've ever seen. And I tried this chicken before and it is spiced bloody perfectly. So that recipe that's in the description will be perfect for you. This is a really easy meal. I am so excited. So I need to finish this video so I can have some lunch. But everything you need to know is in the description below. Please make these and let me know if you love them. They're honestly one of our favorite meals. And I say that literally every single video, but I promise this is one of those ones that you're like, I'm just happy and excited to have it. A little bit more effort, but very exciting. And I feel like the whole family would love these because you can change the chicken, you can put prawns in there, you can do whatever. The base is there. But here we go. Hope you have the best weekend and I will see you next Monday.